Britney Spears had one of the hottest music careers in the early 2000s before her life began to fall apart very publicly. And when the true details surrounding all of the pop star's controversies were exposed, they showed the world that she had been trapped in one of the most disturbing conservatorships of all time. News about what was actually going on in Britney Spears' life began to spread like wildfire, and fans of the pop star from all around the world began calling out to #FreeBritney. But the world didn't get a full picture until the star herself spoke out about the conservatorship during a court case in 2021, and no one could have predicted how dark things really were for Britney. The pop star literally lost control of her life in 2008 when conservatorship of her person and her estate was granted to her father, Jamie Spears, and his attorney, Andrew M. Wallet. This was done as a result of Britney apparently showing signs of instability, which have since been shown to be blown out of proportion in order to distort the singer's public image. And since then, fans of the star and even media outlets like Forbes have questioned whether Spears really needed to be under such a strict conservatorship. Following the stability she showed while hosting The X Factor back in 2014, many people began to wonder why she hadn't been granted her freedom yet. But it wasn't until the years of 2018 and 2020 that fans really began to notice some strange behavior surrounding Britney's social media accounts. If you've been a follower of the pop star since then, you'll remember how strange her posts were at times. There was nothing outright wrong with them, and on the surface they seemed like just weird videos of her dancing in her house or pictures of her doing odd poses, but eventually her fans began thinking that her posts might have been a cry for help, and it all ended up coming to a head after Britney posted a video on TikTok around 2020 in which she showed her gratitude for all of the support she was receiving from her fans in the LGBTQ+ community. A fan of Spears, whose username was Blue Shoulder Pads, decided to take the opportunity to ask the star to send them a sign if something was wrong. The comment read, "If you need help, wear yellow in your next video." And oddly enough, in the next video that Britney posted, the pop artist was wearing a yellow shirt. Now, Britney later went on to post another video informing her fans that she was happy and that everything was fine, but that would later turn out to have possibly been a scripted video. But we'll get into that in a second. During what was intended to be a routine proceeding surrounding the conservatorship in April of 2021, Sam Ingham, a representative of Britney, told the court that the star wished to speak to the judge directly. It was then that they set the date for Britney to finally plead her case and let the world know what was really going on in her life as she testified in a public court session. The testimony took place on June the 23rd, 2021, and the statement lasted a total of 24 minutes. Within those 24 minutes, Britney Spears laid out everything in what she considered to be the worst time of her life. During her testimony, Britney let the world know that the videos she had been posting that had all of her fans worried about her well-being were videos that the singer was forced to put out. She claimed that any video that showed her acting happy or depicting her enjoying her life was fake. According to the star, she felt that if she lied about being happy for long enough, she would actually become happy, but instead, it just made her more and more upset and even caused her to lose countless nights of sleep. It didn't end there, though. Spears had just begun to spill the tea. Before you brush off this next claim as just someone who doesn't want to work, wait until you hear the circumstances. Britney's next big complaint about her conservatorship was the fact that she was forced to work. And while that might sound lazy, she elaborated on the statement by saying that she was forced to go on tours that she didn't want to do. And any time she tried to choreograph her own dances for her performances, the team around her would claim that she wasn't being compliant and request that she be medicated more than she already was. The singer recalled a single moment when she refused to do one of her dance moves, and her team lied and said that she wasn't taking her medicine. The pop star proved the claim was ridiculous by saying that she has had the same woman personally give and make sure she takes her medication for more than 8 years straight. Britney's conservatorship would have been truly terrible had all the horrendous claims just ended there. But as the star continued to testify, she continued to show just how scary things really were for her. After refusing to do the choreography and eventually ending her 2018 Vegas tour, the star claimed that her therapist sat her down and told her that they were changing her regular medication. Instead of taking her normal prescription, Britney was forced to take lithium, a much more powerful drug, on a near daily basis. Lithium is a really strong antipsychotic medication that is typically used for treating strong cases of bipolar disorder and other major depressive illnesses. According to Britney, taking the drug daily made her feel like she was drunk constantly and made it so that she couldn't work or function properly on her own. While on the medication, the singer said she was forced to have 6 different nurses stay with her to monitor her while under the drug's influence. Sadly, that's not nearly as bad as the fact that Britney was forced to use contraceptives to ensure that she couldn't have children. She informed the court that she wanted nothing more than to have a child with her boyfriend and that she wanted to marry him, but her managers wouldn't allow her to. Spears said that she had requested the removal of the IUD that she was using to prevent pregnancy, but under the ruling of her conservatorship, she was not allowed to do so. Alexis McGill Johnson, the CEO and president of Planned Parenthood, tweeted that she stands with Britney and that no one should make that decision for her. And she was absolutely right. Thankfully, after all this news came out, it seemed it was time to finally free Britney. On November the 12th, 2021, a few months after the star's testimony, the conservatorship over her person and her estate was finally terminated, something that Britney has referred to as the best day ever. Do you think Britney will be able to have any sense of normalcy in her life now that her conservatorship has finally been terminated? Make sure you let us know in the comments below.